Hey guys, it's Gabe from the Minnesota Airsoft Association at the 2026 Midwest Airsoft Convention. I am here with John from Airsoft Armory. And John and Erica, I'm just going to shout out to Erica, have some exciting news. We'll get to it. But first, I just want to say, John, thank you for coming. Let's talk first about you. We were just talking, you are an Airsoft player.
Yep, I started as an Airsoft player about 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago?
Yeah.
You kind of moved into the national games pretty quickly for a lot of players. You're, and I say this with the most respect, you're older, so money wasn't as big of an issue, traveling wasn't as big an issue.
No.
So you have been a player for 5 years going to national games.
Yep.
And I'm framing this because this leads to other things.
Yep.
So John's been playing a while, has Milsim experience. You decided to open your own store.
Yep.
Give us a brief outline about Airsoft Armory as a store.
So as a store and being a player, I started being a player, did the national events, stuff like that. And then I noticed that in Minnesota, there wasn't much HPA. There wasn't a lot of parts in Minnesota. There wasn't a lot of custom upgrades and stuff like that. And that's kind of the realm I wanted to be in.
Absolutely.
I came from like just custom guns, like, cause everyone's got like their just plain Jane AEGs and stuff like that.
Which is a great place to start. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah, and no disrespect to any of that, but like just I wanted more advanced weaponry.
You wanted what you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted what I wanted, and Minnesota did not have that. So me being business-minded and my wife being business-minded, we saw an opportunity to bring something new to Minnesota that we did not already have here, because there's a lot of people in the community that were like, hey, I want to go HPA. Where can I get this stuff from?
And there was nothing.
Where can I go besides online, besides EVIC, or all the way over down south and stuff like that?
Absolutely.
No one had that in the Midwest. So we decided to bring HPA, custom guns, all that stuff. Now we're doing laser engraving. We're doing custom Cerakote on guns.
Yep.
We're painting them. I can do HPA builds, like you name it.
And you're a certified Wolverine technician, correct?
Certified Wolverine tech. We go out to Tennessee every year. We get together with Rich and the guys at Wolverine, and we learn all about their newest MTWs that they have for this year and stuff. This year they actually released the AK-105 MTW, so that's exciting. So can't wait to get my hands on that and play with that one. So
Absolutely.
But yeah.
And so now you had a brick and mortar, you shifted predominantly to your mobile store?
Yep. Yeah, the brick and mortar. So we noticed that when we had the brick and mortar and we were selling at the fields with our mobile store, more people loved coming to the fields, buying in the moment, buying the stuff they needed right then and there. Because as an airsoft player, when we leave the field, that stuff that we just remembered we needed for the day goes right out our head.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we're on to the next thing we're doing for the day, all that stuff. So it's nice to buy in the moment. People loved going to the fields. We'd have people coming to the store and asking when we were going to be at the field next because they wanted to see us at the field. So that being said, we just decided to like close the brick and mortar because it was more overhead than what it was worth.
Absolutely.
So we ended up closing that up, and we found our avenue of being
your
in
niche
the
with that.
mobile and stuff like that. The fields love the support. They love having the store out there.
And I think that's a really important point. If the fields have to supply their own stuff, that's extra overhead for them.
Right.
If they can have a mobile store show up, then they don't have to have that. And then it gives business to a local business or local retailer, but also it's something for the community.
Yeah.
So we talked about you. We talked about the mobile store and Airsoft Armory as a store, because you can also order
online at airsoftarmory.com.
So that is still another resource of which they will bring to field. So if you order something online and be like, I'm going to be at Big Lake, you can ask them when they're going to be at Big Lake
and
next.
we'll bring it to you free of charge.
Which is always great, which I'll just once again say for pyro, where there's hazmat concerns with that.
Yep, definitely.
Give me a second. And then, now let's talk about your new news, which you did release earlier this year, but let's talk about Champion Valley.
So yeah, Champion Valley, we actually got the opportunity to actually run some airsoft games at a local field down in Lakeville, Champion Valley. So
a lot of people don't know about this. There is a field in Lakeville, 20 minutes from the metro.
Yep. Yeah, right now, and it's they have 160 total acres on that land. Only a small portion is developed. They run a lot of paintball on that field. Now, they've ran airsoft on that field Sundays only for the last 12 years under Crucible Airsoft.
Yep, under the Crucible guys. And they moved on, right? They just had
Crucible is actually, they're moving on. Tyler's moving out of country over to over to Australia for some family stuff, and he decided that he would like to pass the baton on, to us and see if we could continue the airsoft over at Champion Valley. And we decided to step up and run games on every Sunday out there. Hopefully we can get the community built out at Champion Valley. We can start opening it for Saturdays and Sundays and build the field more.
And that's the big thing. So this is, I'll call it a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
That people just didn't know existed. Again, a Lakeville location in the metro. Today we've been talking about your circles of how far you're willing to travel.
And it's 25 minutes south from St. Paul.
We've been talking hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then you're outer. Here, we're actually shrinking. This is the first time we've talked about a field where if you're in the metro, again, granted metro, now that's a shrinking window. So this is a place close right now, only Sundays, but the more that you guys come out and play this field, support this field, it's not to say that the owners don't like airsoft.
They're misinformed. They don't have the proper information. They don't know what airsoft's all about. So if we can bring that community out there, show them what it's all about, they are totally open-minded on building that field to its fullest potential.
And I think that, again, that's the big thing, guys. When is your opening weekend?
April 12th is when we start running
Sunday,
games at
April 12th.
Yep.
So be watchful of that. They have already promoted, and here's where I'm going to say, I don't know, I'm not going to associate it with you. Erica at Airsoft Armory is a wonder at promotion. So you will see the ads both on Airsoft Armory sites, on Champion Valley sites, on the Minnesota Airsoft Association's Facebook site. You are not going to be surprised that the game is happening. You will know the schedule. So,
and we already have a schedule out there too. We are supporting other fields as well. So we are at Big Lake as well 5 times this year. We got a schedule for that. So definitely follow us on Facebook. We also
are those coordinating with any of the bigger games or anything
so we are out there supporting the bigger games and stuff like that because people love having vendors on site. So we love supporting all the local fields, TCA, Big Lake Tactical, Crossfire. Now we got Champion Valley in the mix. So yeah.
So
we got options.
Here you go, guys. You got that mobile store that's supporting all the field, local supporting local, and the new field, which is an opportunity for all of you to find something different and maybe closer to town. So I think that's what I'm most excited about, is to see that grow. This could be a huge addition to the overall airsoft community, but to the metro airsoft community, you really don't have an excuse to I don't want to drive an hour. Cool. 20 minutes. Let's do this.
Sky's the limit. Right. My envision for it all is I want to open airsoft up for that whole field, use all 160 acres to our advantage, and run something new for Minnesota as far as big events.
Outstanding. Yeah, that's great. Anything else you're excited to talk about?
No.
All right.
Excited to get out there and
the season is starting, guys.
So
that's where our AirCon is kind of our kickoff. It's a decent day. Last weekend was stunningly good, but really the season hasn't started. Look for April 12th, which is the first day for Airsoft Armory running at Champion Valley. If you have any questions, where can they find? We already talked about it again, but why don't you share your socials one more time?
So you can reach out to us on Facebook. You can reach out to us through our phone numbers, anything like that. It is a cell phone, so go ahead and text it. We answer all day long, all night. So, we're there for the community, honestly.
Honestly. Great. Thank you so much, John. We look forward to seeing you
for sure
at Champion and on fields with their mobile store. Again, Gabe from the Minnesota Airsoft Association at the 2026 Midwest Airsoft Convention. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.